So I would like to welcome you all to this annual conference. This is a record attendance that we have today. 406 members are in the room. 55 countries are represented. So of course, my first big thank you goes to you, our members, that are coming and that are participating in all our activities. So I really thank you for that. The theme this year is very ambitious. I mean, what will happen in 2025? When I saw the title, I felt, wow, groups like that with more than 400 people cooperating with one another, the management education associations, the employers associations, all together, I'm sure we can limit the uncertainty and continue to move forward.
Let's just make sure that we take advantage of these 2 days and prepare ourselves for the rapid constructive change that we can anticipate. The corporate world wants to see innovation from us, and we can simply not sit back and avoid that.
I would invite all of us to discuss and try to imagine our future to make sure that this future is not made without us.
A good chance for you to roll up your sleeves and work.
How do we change the paradigm that we have dragged around for all these years?
Thanks for all the questions and remarks that you made. Thank you.
One of the major benefits of being with the EFMD is the way you get to meet others, you get to learn from one another, you get to build alliances that offer benefits for your students, for your faculty in the future.
Well, I think that it's a very good way to network. Networks, I think, have to do with schools linking up with each other, programs, and most importantly, individuals.
And if I can just add that at this first time, I will be happy also.
Networking is everything.
We have a full-time faculty of about 100 and another 30 plus who are visiting from all over the world.
In terms of quality, there is a problem. In terms of the quality of education, the quality of the staff teaching.
I think this is the first time for EFMD Annual Conference to organize a special session for business education in China. Yesterday there's a workshop about the business education in South Asia. So I think India and China have a very different model.
By lobbing a pebble into a pond, I cause ripples. And I can cause ripples globally, where I can begin to form relationship and connection with people who previously I would have no means of making contact with. This stuff just sprays out and goes all over the place. A lot of people, I think, see this as technology. But the reassuring thing is that it's actually about people, not about technology, but about people forming connections with people. And let's face it, there's nothing new in that. Business has always been based on relationships and the ability to build and foster relationships. That practice is just morphing into some of these platforms.
Digitization could mean more democracy, more horizontal influence management, decreasing formal power, more network roles.
But if you keep in mind what happened in the last 2 years, I think social responsibility was already something which is very important, but today we have to reconsider our whole curricula.
Let EFMD aspire to play a positive role in ensuring, at least amongst our membership, that we try to educate and employ a future generation that has the guts and the independence of mind to balance in and outside interests, to stick to their beliefs, and who do have the courage to publicly denounce and fight fashionable trends that make money if they feel these are harmful to business, to the interests of the majority of their stakeholders and to society.
In a world where global heavyweight companies become as powerful as large nations, they are challenged to take a new identity beyond the fake of corporate social responsibility campaigns. They need to take an identity that links economic business progress with societal progress as well.
I know you will, in your schools, be talking to people about what the essential values are of integrity, respect for people, and so on. Most people accept that those values are necessary, that it's not possible to have a manual with a set of rules, because those rules will never be completely adequate. There will always be situations which are grey, where you have to go back to the underlying values, and the frontline operators have to know what those values are and how they can respond in line with the values and the principles behind them, and not just with the letter of the law.
What will the top 100 business schools be in 2025? That's an interesting thought.
I think increasingly business schools are indeed using things like WebCT and Moodle and so on, to engage with the students at their convenience, not just relying on face-to-face, the traditional conventional ways of teaching.
Since it is all about people, character, behavior, and authentic relationship lie at the heart of management and business education, 2,000 years ago and 2,000 years ahead. Schools and corporations will provide room for reflection, spirituality, and experiential learning. What are my strengths? What are my values? Where do I belong? What can I or what should I contribute? These are the core questions around management education and business education must be built around, not functional disciplines, but coming back to the core. Thank you.
Being part of this conference is simply having the once-in-a-year opportunity of interacting with 450 representatives of business schools. They come from all parts of the world, and they can exchange, they can network, they can discuss. Really, this is where everything happens in terms of management education.
The EFMD network is strong and has a unique atmosphere that is very open and engaging. It is a members' network, so all the hard work of everyone who contributes has a wider purpose in helping the position EFMD as one of the key reference points for management education worldwide.
In my opinion, we really got a lot out of these 2 days.
It has been a huge success.
Progress and innovation all comes back to being open-minded and willing to experiment.
I believe that the participation has been intense. People really reflected upon our future. 2025, of course, is very far. We don't know what will happen.
But we know that it will be differences in our institutions in the years to come.
And a profession can continue to move forward and flourish only if we question ourselves.
We can just as well start proactively working on that now.
This is, I believe, what we did.